Good evening. I'm Greg O'Mara, the Director of Alternative Programs for the Hillsboro School District, and to be really honest right now, I'm pretty much blinded. So I know you're out there. I trust you're out there. I first would like to thank Lou Bailey, the principal of Hillsboro High School, for allowing us to use this facility. We've bounced around before Lincoln Street, our facility, David Hill, last year we were at Peter Bosco. It's nice to be in a space that's small and intimate and air conditioned. I would also like to remind you about cell phones, that they can be silenced for the ceremony. It's going to last about an hour. And then photo opportunities. So if you look over to your right and my left, there are some empty seats, and that's purposeful. There's a yellow X right behind this young man in the front that our graduates are going to stand on, hopefully, even though they'll be a bit nervous. They're going to face, hopefully, you if you want to get a picture. So there'll be ample time for you to make your way over. Our graduates are going to come over from your left, have an opportunity to speak if they choose to, shake a few hands, and then shake Mike Scott's hand, our superintendent of schools, and for a photo. So just a few reminders there. So today, we're going to celebrate our graduating class of 2017. But I also want to recognize Hillsboro School District for their commitment to students as we celebrate 30 years of Miller Education Center as an alternative to a traditional high school. With us today are two of our past visionaries in this. I'd like to recognize Stan Miller, Assistant Superintendent, retired. Miller Education Center is named. And then with us today is also Stan Essenstrom, I believe he's sitting in the back. I'd also like to recognize some of our board members that are here tonight. Chair Wayne Cliff, Kim Strelchin, Janine Solomon, Monty Akers, and Lisa Alvin. Thank you for being here. Also with us tonight is Mike Scott, Superintendent of Schools, and Travis Ryman, Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Education. At this time, I'd like to invite Mike up if he'd like to share a few words.
All right, good evening, everybody. He is right. You can't see people out there. And I concur, the air conditioning is awesome. On behalf of the Hillsboro School District, it truly is an honor to be here to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates here this evening. And to all the family members that we have here, thank you for being here. Your presence here signifies your strong commitment to education and the perseverance, the celebration of the perseverance that these students have demonstrated. Thank you to Principal O'Mara and the staff. The board members and I, we have the opportunity to go to 6 graduations a year. And I have to be honest that this is always our favorite one. And I don't say that at the other 5 either, for real. It really is true because it is such a personal event, and we get to hear the student's story, and we get to hear about the path that you've been on. And we are just excited to be here to celebrate this evening with you. Thank you to the staff members that make this possible as well. Over and over again, when we hear from students that graduate from here, it really is all about that staff-student relationship and the extra mile that the staff members went to make this happen. So please join me in a round of applause. As I mentioned before, oftentimes students that graduate from Miller, they've taken a different path than a lot of the traditional students. And I love the quote, there is not one path, there's not even the right path, there's only your path. And I'm sure that as you look back over your 13 years in education, 13 years throughout the district, maybe your path didn't turn out exactly like you had envisioned it when you started on it, but nonetheless you made it, you persevered, and you took your path, and for you that's the right path. I'd also like to take a minute to, as you've gone through your time here in the school district, and as you've worked your way towards graduation, I'm sure there's times maybe where you've thought to yourself, am I going to make it? I don't know if I'm going to make it. Can I do it? And hopefully during those times when you had that doubt, there was someone around you that pulled up along beside you and helped you understand that you could in fact do it. And I wouldn't be surprised if the people that did that and served that role for you are sitting in the audience here to celebrate your efforts. So graduates, would you recognize the people that have helped you along the way and your family members that are here as well? So congratulations to all of you. The path that has brought you here has worked for you, and I hope that you stay on that path. You'll continue to accomplish great things, and we look forward to the many successes that you'll have as you move on from here. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mike. I'd like to invite Stan Miller up to share a few words as we celebrate our 30 years.
Well, thank you for giving me a couple minutes to at least initially add my congratulations to all of you graduates and to your parents, and to secondly share in the 30th year of this institution. It was so fun back in the 80s, and so challenging back in the 80s to be involved in getting alternative education started in Hillsboro. And there are lots of stories I could tell, but I do want to share a couple things. Prior to that, we opened in 1987. A couple of years before that, we had what amounted to a forum with our Board of Education and discussed school achievement in general, and began to talk about the possibility of alternative education. And three tenets came out of that discussion that I think are so important and so basically truthful that I'd like to share with you. One of them was that second chances are just as important for students in schools as they are for most of us as adults in our lives. Second chances. The second one was that lack of school success for students that at some point are involved in alternative education rarely have to do with limited capability. They are almost always related at some point to other intervening variables that students have dealt with in their lives. And the third one is one size fits all doesn't make any more sense in schools than it does in any other facet of life. One size fits all doesn't make any more sense for schools than it does in any other facet of life. I thought those three tenets made so much sense in terms of a foundation that we were looking at to begin to look at alternative education. The second thing I would share, we opened in 1987 in the old Hamby garage down across from the courthouse. We had essentially no district funding. For the first 2 years, we were basically dependent on outside funding, grants and foundation funds that we were able to come up with. But we knew that 1989 was going to be a key year for us. Either the district and the school board and the budget committee were going to need to pick up the expense of what we were doing, the funding of what we were doing, or we were going to be back to square one. And so we spent that year making sure that every budget committee member visited our program at least once, and board members, most of them came multiple times. All of them were there at least twice. And it all paid off because we got the funding that we needed, and I don't think that there's ever been a time since then when the alternative program has been at risk for lack of district funding. But when we appeared in 1989 at the school board budget committee meeting, one of the board members who initially spoke on our behalf and was very supportive, and who had visited the program several times. And as people visited the program, they immediately picked up on the worthwhileness of what was happening there, and she was one of them. But when she spoke initially, began by saying, one of the things that I immediately observed when I visited the program was the commitment of staff to make every student successful. Not just teachers and administrators, but secretaries and classified staff as well. They knew the students, they knew the issues the students had dealt with, and their commitment to making every one of those kids successful was something I'd never seen in another school. As I look back on 30 years of the success that what is now the Miller Ed Center has experienced in this community, I think that's the key right there. I think we've really been fortunate here to have the quality of people that we've had working in our alternative program, from principals right on down. And I'd like to personally commend every one of those people, present staff, and all the way back to 30 years ago, because if there's anything that's been a payoff, it's that. And with that, I'll congratulate you again, parents and students. If I had the members of our first grade graduating class, which would have been 1988, behind me, helping me give you advice, I'll tell you what they would say. And you've heard it before. Don't quit now. Keep going. Find some place where you can continue with your education and training. Because if you don't, you'll regret it later on. That's the kind of society and job market we live in. I'm so pleased and proud to have my name associated with the program that you're now graduating from. I really do appreciate it. And finally, happy 30-year anniversary to Miller Ed Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Miller, for your kind words and your service and dedication to the Hillsboro School District and our community. I'd like to invite Randy Terrella, one of our counselors. She's going to be inviting some special guests up.
Good evening. So this is the exciting part where I get to talk about money. So for some of these seniors, talking to them at the beginning of the year, they would say things to me like, I never thought I would make it to my senior year. Or I also heard, I'm not going to college. What are you talking about? Yet here they all sit today before us graduating. These seniors worked so hard at applying for scholarships. They filled out pages and pages of applications. They wrote essays, they asked for letters of recommendation, sometimes like 5 minutes before it was due, and participated in interviews. They were so nervous, but they did it. So the first scholarship I get to present this evening is the Richard B. Siegel Scholarship. Richard Siegel was an avid art collector who generously supported aspiring artists. In order to keep the tradition alive, before his death, he set up a foundation. The Richard B. Siegel Foundation disperses annual grants to individuals and organizations with the goal of enhancing participation in the arts, sciences, and technology. This year, the foundation is offering 4 $2,500 scholarships to Hillsboro School District students who are pursuing further education in any field of arts, science, or technology. MEC is lucky to have Cesar Trejo Montes be the recipient of the scholarship. So thank you, the Richard B. Siegel Foundation, for that. Another piece is Future Connect. The Future Connect Scholarship is a program through Portland Community College which focuses on eliminating barriers to attending college and provides ongoing support throughout a student's time at PCC. Using scholarship money, career guidance, and personal advising, Future Connect helps students build pathways to their futures. The amount of scholarship varies depending on each student's financial need. So if I could just have these students stand up when they say their name. This year, the recipients of the Future Connect Scholarship are Frida Zavala and Hannah. Okay, this is the one where I get super emotional about. I'm gonna try to keep it together. All right, so this is a special scholarship just for MEC West students. Last year was the first year we awarded what we call the MEC Aspire to be a Leader Scholarship. This year, we're excited to offer it to another outstanding student. The scholarship is for a student who has shown exemplary qualities in the areas of citizenship, leadership, and good attendance. The winner of this scholarship is one we have watched blossom since first coming to West. She has showed significant personal and academic growth since coming to Miller. She is always eager to help others. She's one that is first to defend someone if she feels like they're being wronged. And one time when she found out that she didn't get the recipient, she wasn't the recipient of a scholarship, she was more worried about her peers, how they reacted than herself. This student constantly gives everything 100% effort, whether it's in the classroom or out at community service. So it gives me, and I know the rest of the MEC West staff, the honor to award this scholarship to Brenna Rich. I already told her earlier, I'm going to keep it together. All right, since I started working with the seniors, I've had the honor of working with the Hillsboro Kiwanis. I would like to welcome Maria Hafez, the current president of the Hillsboro Kiwanis, to the stage to award one of our lucky seniors with the Hillsboro Kiwanis Scholarship.
Thank you so much. I'm very privileged to be here tonight. This is one thing I was really looking forward to being here to present this scholarship tonight. The Hillsboro Kiwanis Club would like to present Cesar Trejos Montes as our 2017 scholarship recipient. He's going to receive the Kiwanis Lochner Scholarship. Cesar is a very exceptional young man who has big plans to study computer science and programming. Since coming to Miller, he has turned his life around in a very positive way. He has demonstrated maturity, intelligence, and is respectful, innately inquisitive, and a natural leader. His community service includes Solve Oregon, Habitat for Humanity, and the Oregon Food Bank, and many others. Through meaningful relationships with his teachers, counselors, and fellow students, he has proven himself. Congratulations.
Can't get rid of me then. All right, so this is another scholarship that we're excited to have as a first this year. It's the Hillsboro Optimist Club, and that's a community service club that's dedicated to the youth of our community and has been serving Hillsboro since 1969. The current membership of 50 includes people with experience in business, government, education, law, and engineering. They are supporters of the Glencoe Shockwave Robotics, Liberty Robotics, Liberty Culinary Institute, HSD's Math Warriors, Hill High's marketing students, and Miller's Hip Connect program. And they recognize HSD's middle school students and teachers. They're looking for additional opportunities to support Hillsboro youth. So I would like to welcome school board member and Hillsboro Optimist member, Monty Akers, who will be awarding the Hillsboro Optimist Scholarship to one of our seniors this evening.
I'd like to look you in the eye, but I can't see you, so. We've all heard the adages, when life hands you lemons, make lemonade. Ancient Chinese proverb, get knocked down 6 times, get up 7. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Quitters never win, winners never quit. I think we've all heard that, and I just got one on my phone today, and I might date myself a little bit, but Muhammad Ali, probably the greatest heavyweight fighter there ever was, said, "I hated every minute of training, but I said to myself, don't quit. Suffer now, and the rest of your life, live like a champion." But my favorite, and I've kind of structured my life after the immortal philosopher and heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson. If you don't know who Mike Tyson is, he was a heavyweight champion, but he was known, he bit off his opponent's ear in one mouth. But he said, when he was interviewed for an upcoming fight, the interviewer said, "What do you think of your opponent's plan?" And he said, "Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face." How do we respond when life punches us in the face? Because it's not a matter of if you get punched in the face, it's when. We are here tonight to honor one of those that showed the courage and grit to persevere in the face of adversity. One that has the can-do attitude no matter the obstacles. This student became a student at Miller Education Center this school year. This student came from one of the larger high schools where the student was quiet, overwhelmed, and withdrawn. This student was also struggling academically and socially. Since coming to Miller, this student has blossomed. This student's academics have improved and is earning A's and B's in all classes. This student is currently enrolled in a dual credit math class with PCC. This student overcame the fear of failure in math and took a risk by signing up for this course where she has now earned a college credit in math. This student suffered from social anxiety but has made such an improvement that one would never guess that was an obstacle. This student is more willing to engage in conversation with peers and teachers. This student presented her senior project in front of the panel of teachers with no problems. This student became more involved in school and life, both inside and outside the classroom. As president of the Hillsboro Optimist Club, I'm proud to present the Hillsboro Optimist 2017 Grit Award to Sadie Kay. It also comes with a $500 check.
Our students work so hard, and I know that sometimes they feel like they go unrecognized. So I just want to take a minute, and I know there's staff and the students do too, to thank the foundations and the clubs that are here tonight who recognize the potential in our students and their hard work by offering them scholarships. We greatly appreciate it because you are helping them continue on the journey to achieve their dreams that at one point they didn't think were possible. So thank you so much, and now I want to invite Greg back to the stage to talk about your feature presentation.
Thank you, Brandy. We're getting closer, graduates, I promise. But I would like to honor somebody who's been very special to Miller Education Center, again, the city of Hillsboro, who retired this year from the Hillsboro Police Department, and our school resource officer position, Denise Leach. Her service to our community has been very special. She's gone on home visits with us. She's gone and picked up students who were a little hesitant to come to school on certain days. She's spent her time over winter break and spring break delivering care baskets to families who are in need. And we have missed her tremendously the second half of the year. And we've celebrated her quite a bit, but we did want to honor her tonight and have her come up and receive a little bouquet of flowers. I know you're out there somewhere, Denise. Come on up. So the next part has always been a tradition at Miller. It's a video that's produced by Bill Patton and Brooke McGinnis, two of our staff members. It's of our graduates, messages from our teachers. So I'm going to ask Rourke and Kara if you could lower the screen. I'm going to move out of the way. And hopefully it won't come down on top of us.
Caesar's one of our outstanding seniors. He's what I would call a Renaissance student. He has so many strong areas at school. He is good at English, he's good at writing, he's an excellent math student, he's an excellent photographer. He can play soccer with unbelievable skills. He can play the piano by hearing a tune and then sit down and play the song. He's an actor. He can step up and play a pirate in a play, but he can also walk into a movie set and become the punk rocker. Unbelievably talented young man. He's respectful, he's kind, and oh man, what a kid.
When I think of Tyler, deep feeler and loyal friend come to mind. Tyler is full of empathy and true connection. He taught me that if you really want something, I mean really want something, you can pour in your own special reserves of extra effort, and nothing can stand in the way of what you really want and what that goal is that you're attaining. I'm gonna miss you, Ty. Good luck on the next leg of your journey and your amazing life. I hear you're off to welding and carpentry. Good luck to you.
Hey, it's my pleasure to welcome Alex Clayton to the graduating class of 2017. Alex, I'll always know you as Cheyenne's little brother. I knew you were at Liberty High School before you came to MEC. You've done a great job of powering through the credits that you needed to graduate, and you became a mid-year grad. There's a lot of good things I can say about you. You were always super happy, super helpful. You did a great job in the work experience class that we had. You were one of the pioneers of the Miller Baking Company. You also did a fantastic job barbecuing last year at the student barbecue, student staff barbecue. I know you've had a couple of jobs since you graduated, and it's good to see you out in the workforce, out earning an hourly wage. Alex, congratulations on graduating this year, and I hope the future is bright for you.
Brian, help! My garden is drying out. No, actually, Brian, I enjoyed having you in class. I appreciated your questions, especially your why questions and why not questions. I think you've got a great future in agriculture, and I appreciate that. We need more farmers in the world. And actually, when you get started with your 5-star company, please come back. We'd like to have apprenticeships for our students. Take care. Congratulations on your graduation.
You are a ray of sunshine and joy. I hope you know that I just really like spending time with you. What I notice about you is that you are a compassionate leader and you lead with courage and bravery, and I just really admire that about you. You have accomplished a lot since coming to Miller. You've grown a lot since coming to Miller. But I hope you know that even all of your accomplishments aside, just who you are as a person is really awesome. And I just really am proud of the person that you are, and I hope that you're proud of who you are too. So best of luck, Rita. You're gonna do amazing, fun things, and keep in touch with us. And a take your sleep. I have loved getting to know you this year. You have such a great personality. We shared a lot of laughs together. And I'm excited for you to be a dental hygienist because I think you've got a great personality for it. You really warm up to people and you know how to engage them in conversation. I wish you the best of luck in your next journey in life.
Such an amazing person to be in this building, an incredible student. When we first met and you were in my language arts class 3 years ago, we read the most incredible, difficult, challenging, amazing literature, and you just gobbled it up. That vocabulary was amazing. You're a smart guy, you're a good person, you go out of your way to help other people, you're motivated, you're passionate, you're energetic. You are going to do so well in this world, and I cannot wait to see the next thing that you're going to do after graduating from Miller. Good luck.
Luis, you're one of the most thoughtful, compassionate young men I know.
Luis, eres uno de los jóvenes más atentos y comprensivos que conozco.
It has always been important for you to be a good example to your younger siblings.
Siempre ha sido muy importante que seas un buen ejemplo para tus hermanos menores.
I know your parents, Julio and Maria, must be very proud of you, as your teachers are too.
Estoy segura de que tus padres, Julio y María, están muy orgullosos de ti, igual como tus maestros están orgullosos de ti.
Best wishes on your future endeavors, and we can't wait for you to come back and tell us about your future successes.
Nuestros mejores deseos para tu éxito del futuro, y estamos emocionados en oír qué tanto éxito tienes en tu futuro.
Tennis One, it's been an inspiration to have you in my classes. You're a true source of love, laughter, and light. Just your adventures to Canada over spring break, and hearing about how much fun you had, it just shows how much love you have. And when you laugh, it's an inspiration to everyone, and that's like how it culminates into that light that you share with everyone around you. It's been so fantastic to have you in class, and I can't imagine where that love, laughter, and life is going to bring you. Love, laughter, and life is going to bring you in the future.
You're a dude that likes to party. You like to have a good time. What I appreciate about you is you're willing to push the party aside and get some decent work done. But I know a secret about you, Clayton, and I'm going to keep it. I'll never tell anybody, I promise. Never, ever will I tell anyone how much you actually appreciate learning and love gaining new knowledge. Never, never will I spill that secret. Wait.
Cameron was one of our friendly, responsible students. He was always kind to others. He was one of our teen parents, and he was a very mature young man who was a very good father. I'll always remember Cameron as somebody who's very reliable, and this year he had a very large part in our movie Act Natural. We had one chance to make this one scene where he has to throw up on the film, and we knew we only had one take, and he said, well, I can do this, and boy, did he come through. It was hilarious. Cameron, excellent student with us here at Miller, and he's moved to St. Helens since he graduated in January, and he's planning to attend PCC in the fall. Congratulations, Cameron.
Hannah Wembley. When I think of Hannah, attention to detail, precision, as well as loving kindness come to mind. Hannah's work is an art form, full of beauty. Hannah's been accepted to PCC Future Connect and plans to become an ultrasound technician. The last couple years, Hannah has showed up at Miller strong. She's been a part of the HIP program as well as 2 dual credit math courses with PCC. Hannah enjoys a personal challenge, and because of that, along with her strong effort, will go far. Good luck to you, Hannah.
So you've earned about 22 and a half credits to get yourself lined up for graduation. You've been in my class. I've got to see you work. Got to see you grow up over the last 2.5 to 3 years. And it's a pleasure to welcome you to the graduating class of 2017. I hope you travel like you said you want to. And remember, wherever you go, Mike, there you are.
Megan, first off, congratulations on the birth of your daughter, Scarlett. But congratulations as well for graduating from Miller. 2 very difficult jobs, and you succeeded. I've enjoyed having you in class, your leadership skills and your stories, and especially our connection with horses and the outdoors and riding quads. I wish you the best for the future. In fact, your future's so bright, I've got to wear shades.
Monique, I'm so excited to get to talk about you. You have a heart of gold. We first met about 3 years ago in my science classroom, and I knew right away that I was just really going to enjoy having you in class, and I really did. You are hardworking, you're intelligent, and you're easily liked by the people around you. What I notice about you is that you have a kindness and just a gentleness that isn't often found in peers your age, and I just really admire that about you. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, Monique. I know you're going to do great things. Marlena DeMello, or MJ, as I call her. MJ, I loved working with you. We had so much fun talking together, all the stories you shared with me. You are a sweetheart. And I really enjoyed that pumpkin bread that you brought me, so if you ever want to stop by after you graduate and bring some more of that, I would not say no. You're going to be great at whatever you do, whether it be a marine biologist because you love animals, or being an RN because you're so good with people. I wish you the best of luck in Lake Havasu. I know you're going to love it. Make sure you wear sunscreen. Don't fry. Bye.
Jackie, oh my gosh, Jackie. I cannot believe that I can't believe the first time I met you was at Pointer Middle School in my drama class, and now you are this amazing mother, and you're graduating high school. I'm just so proud of you. It's been so exciting to be able to see you grow up, from this middle school student into this mature, wonderful, intelligent woman. And I love having you in classes. You're so much fun. You're hilarious. You are such a wonderful mother. Your son is so sweet, and you can see in him you know, how well you take care of him and just what a bright future you're giving him. You're doing a great job and I'm really proud of you and I know that you're going to do great things.
You may be quiet, but that doesn't mean you have nothing important to say. Like many other intelligent people, you possess the incredible gifts of patience and curiosity. Gather those gifts close and keep them close because they will take you to everywhere you want to go. Congratulations.
Very capable and intelligent student who always had a breezy sense of independence. He was fun, he was always saying something that I was never quite sure of, because he always had this devious streak. He was holding down 2 jobs, he was very mature, and we had a great time in class. Last time I saw him, he was driving a brand new car when he dropped his sister off at school. Way to go, Justin. Congratulations.
Joel, I am so grateful that you came to Miller 3 years ago. I know I was new and you were new and I felt like we had a great first year together. You're an incredible person, you're an amazing student, you have an incredible heart and you are so creative. I feel like you have brought the standard for fine arts. You know, you brought it up in this building so much. I love showing your artwork that I have kept because it's genius. It's beautiful, you're well-spoken, you're intelligent. We've both grown together as people and learned from each other, and I know that you've done the same with all of the other teachers here. You've touched so many lives, and I know that you have an incredible future ahead of you, and I'm so proud of you. Good luck.
When I think of Max, true identity and purposeful living come to mind. Max found himself during his time here at Miller Education and strives to live in authenticity and purposeful living in all that he does. He's a young man of quality and substance, and he's really excited to head out into the world and begin his life in fire science and his passion, baseball. He brings his true self to all that he does. Good luck to you, Max.
Carlos, I don't know if you remember planting these blueberry plants, but I just wanted to share with you the fruits of your labor. You were one of my star horticulture students, and you left in December. We miss you, but you were great in the garden, have great leadership skills, and I wish you the best. Keep on planting.
You came to Miller this year, you were so quiet and so shy, but as soon as I got you talking about Japanese culture, computers, video games, I could not get you to stop talking. I've enjoyed working with you so much this year. You are a sweetheart, and I know that you're going to go so far in life. Come back and teach me about some Japan culture, please.
Boy, oh boy, Sasha, am I glad to have had you in my 2 most creative classes. You have this natural talent for aesthetics, and you have the bravery and the confidence to experiment. I appreciate you, I appreciate your curiosity, and your absolute fearlessness. Cherish those qualities in yourself, and please let them take you to stunning places. Thank you, Sasha.
Celebration of Brenna Renshie. Brenna has been a lifelong Hillsboro School District education student. She started off at Jackson Elementary Then she went to Evergreen, spent a little time at HOA, went over to Glencoe, then she went to Liberty, and finally she landed at MEC, Miller Education Center, where she has left her mark all over this school. I had her in my World of Work class, and she was exemplary in what she did. She will be fine wherever she goes. She's done lots of things, and Gail's here to talk about some of the things that Brenna has done with her.
Brenna was a student aide all year this year. She chronicled all of our special events and displayed them out in the hall nicely for everyone to enjoy. Everybody who has used the driver's ed materials to pass any of their tests, a big thanks to Brenna, because she really did most of the work to get all that done, and it was a lot of work. She was my go-to gal, and anything I needed to have done, where's Brenna?
I mean, Brenna's responsible for some of these students getting driver's permits and licenses.
She is. She is. It's all your fault, Brenna.
Let's set Brenna on the right way. You know that Brenna loves Star Wars. Brenna loves Star Wars. Forever Star Wars, don't let them in. And what about Luke Skywalker? Does anybody think he's breathing? Well, Brenna does. Star Wars, Brenna!
Graduations bring breaking news. Judy Reynolds, a longtime employee at Miller Education Center, is retiring. She was known for her cheerful attitude, uncommon common sense, and being wise and fair. We will now go to our correspondence with reactions.
What can I tell you about Judy? Judy and I have worked together for over 18 years. She came the year after I started. We were at the Boys and Girls Club with the middle school, 2 teachers, Judy and I. We went through all of the principals. That was Carol, Stan, Ann. Then we came over here and we're with Ray. We went through numerous teachers, sets of teachers, and we were the only 2 that hung in there throughout it all. Once we moved over here, Judy joined GED and has been supporting them. Through all the years, Judy and I have shared laughter, we've shared lots of love, and lots of tears. There have been some really struggles through all of the times, whether it's personal or with students, and we had so many laughters in spite of it all, and so glad to work with you, Judy, and I will be seeing you for a little after.
Over the last 2 years, I have developed a great friendship with you, and you are definitely my best friend at work, and sometimes I know you with my text messages, and you're my best friend on the weekend as well. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do without you, but I do know what you'll be doing without me. You're going to be going to the beach and enjoying those puppies of yours, and probably many visits to home to watch softball and track and all the other sports that your grandkids are involved in, and I'm going to be super jealous. However, it is well deserved, so I'm very excited for you. Your kind heart and ability to work with all students and all staff will be remembered forever, and I love you very much, and I'm going to miss you.
I remember when Stan announced that the middle school was going to be moving over and joining us here at the high school. I did not even hit pause. I spoke up right away and said, I called dibs on Judy! And the rest is history. We've been office partners ever since. She's been a great office partner, a great friend. Judy, you're kind, supportive. You also have a very sassy wit, and we have had a lot of laughs. We've also had a lot of chocolate. You've been my state testing partner and always been a calm, steady influence there. We've been supervision partners, we've been lunch partners. We even tried yoga. I am going to miss you like crazy, but I'm going to see you around the neighborhood. I'm fortunate enough, I live on Judy's dog walking route. We may even try another shot at yoga. Congratulations, Judy.
And that concludes our evening broadcast. Students, you've graduated, and Judy, you are free!
So I asked him to put put that video together for Judy because I knew that I couldn't say all the wonderful things about it that needed to be said. We do have a small gift for you tonight, Judy, if you'd come up on stage. Really, you can't see up here. And in tradition of Miller, we plan to continue this party for a couple weeks.
This isn't the end.
No, it's not.
I can't tell you how much it has meant to me to be a part of Miller Ed. Just watching Terry talk about all the things that we went through with middle school, it was like, oh my God, how did we ever make it through that? I'm still wondering that. I love you guys all so much, and I'm just gonna miss you all so much. And you may not be really getting rid of me. I may come back and visit a lot, I don't know. But thank you all so very much. It's just been a real pleasure, and I'm proud of all you guys that are graduating. You've done such an excellent job. And even though I haven't had a chance to really work with you, except in the cafeteria, it's just a real honor for me to say congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you again, Bill and Brooke, for taking time to create that video. They do that while still trying to teach all their classes and support all our students. It is time, graduates, that we are going to start bringing you up here on stage. I have heard, we've mentioned a few times dual credit, and this is something that's really special to me. We've worked very hard to make this happen. The chords up here on stage will be presenting to the students who've earned dual credit in math. Of course, I chose probably the most favorite course of every student in our school to articulate through PCC, and they embraced it. And Lori Client, who couldn't be here tonight because she's ill, is our teacher. She has a doctorate in mathematics and has led the charge for our students who have earned this dual credit. So I'm very appreciative to her and our students. One other little detail, guys, when you come up, this mic's going to be just right over here, so if they want to say a few words before they shake hands, they're going to have that opportunity. With that said, we are now going to present the class of 2017 to you. Again, parents, you'll have time to your right to come up and take pictures of the graduates by this little yellow X. I invite the school board members up and our superintendent, and we're going to get started here in just a second.
As I announce the names of our graduating seniors tonight, some of them will be receiving blue and gold honors cords. These cords are awarded to graduating seniors whom have earned 9+ credits with a C or better through Portland Community College's dual credit program. Andrea Alcantar Arroyo. Sasha Bravo. Brian Chavez Lopez. Clayton. Marlena DeMello. Luis Duran Reyes. Paul Gordon. Paul will be receiving a PCC honors for tonight.
I want to thank my parents and friends for supporting me, and I want to thank my teachers for putting up with my shenanigans.
Sadie K. Sadie will be receiving an honors for this evening. Karina Martinez. Justin McCarty. Monique Meadows. Clayton Mevis. Joel Bertha. Joel is receiving a PCC honors course.
Honestly, I don't think I could have done this without my Miller family.
Tyler Bertha. Tyler will be receiving a PCC honors for this evening. Megan Norvald. Megan will be receiving a PCC honors course. Brenna Eileen Renshie. Max Schmidt. Cameron Snyder. Hannah Swan. Hannah Tankersley. Cesar Trejo Montez. Cesar is also receiving the PCC Honors Cord.
Good evening, people. And so high school, it was the best of times, it's the worst of times. And here I am graduating. I'd like to thank my amazing family, the awesome staff of Miller, and all my friends, and all the support that I've gotten throughout my years of high school. And that's it. Thank you.
Michael Van Horn.
Always wanted to do that. I just wanted to thank the staff here. I want to thank my mother. She's doing my best, for my biggest inspiration without school or through school. This thing.
Frida Zavala.
My face on a stick. I didn't think graduation was enough. Everyone that's here for me and all the staff that's also here for all of us, it's been a crazy ride. And it's literally, I don't think we could have done anything without you guys. And just the support that all of us have received probably was exhausting. You probably were done with us a lot of the time. And I just wanted to thank you from all of us to you guys for literally everything. And thank you to my family because you guys are my everything and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Woo!
Just a few general announcements before we wrap this up. We have, as another tradition of Miller, we have reception in the little gallery out in the lobby with some cake. Most importantly, we have senior pictures that they're our gift to our seniors as well, so make sure seniors you don't leave without them. It is time to wrap this up. We've heard what an amazing class you are. I'm reading off scripts, so I'm sure that the translator is loving me right now. I do have some formalities, so if I could have you stand. And if we could have the house lights on, I feel like Steve Martin. Nobody else has that. You have to be right. On behalf of the Hillsboro School District and the Board of Directors, I'm proud to present to you the members of the Miller Education Center graduating class 2017. They have met all the requirements of the Hillsboro School District and the Board of Education for the state of Oregon. Graduates, I wish you the best as you enter adulthood. Please don't forget us. Come back and talk to our students. You can now move your tassels from right to left. I present to you the graduating class of 2017. You are